Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we'll be exploring L3 Azrael's plot. If you haven't watched my previous video where I did an in-depth analysis on the biblical connotations of Lucifer, Emperor and Azrael, I highly recommend that you check out that video before you watch this one to get a better understanding of the context. The Lucifer film franchise, initiated with Lucifer 2019 and followed by L2 Emperor, is set to conclude with its third installment, titled L3 Azrael. The title Azrael refers to the angel of death in various religious traditions, suggesting a thematic focus on morality and transformation. In the Lucifer TV series, Azrael is portrayed by Lucifer Morningstar's younger sister, responsible for guiding souls into their afterlife destinations. Her character embodies themes of death, transition, and the complex interplay between familial bonds and duty. Drawing parallels from the TV series, L3 Azrael may explore Stephen Little's confrontation with morality. Both personally and in his sphere of influence, the narrative could delve into Stephen's past actions catching up with him, symbolizing an angel of death figure looming over his empire. The Shen Triad would cause internal conflicts that challenges Stephen's legacy and forces him to confront the consequences of his ascent to power. The thematic focus on death and transformation aligns with the franchise's exploration of the power dynamics and moral ambiguity. L3 Azrael could serve as a culmination of Stephen's journey, offering a reflective and possibly redemptive arc that addresses the impermanence of power and the inability to change. We are going to predict the story of Azrael using the 3-act structure, which most films adopt. This involves an Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. We will get into more detail about this later in the video. Act 1. The Fall of Empires. After the events of L2 Emperor, Stephen's dominance has reached a global scale, controlling vast criminal networks, intelligence operations, and political strongholds. However, power attracts enemies. The opening act might show his empire facing an existential threats. Internal betrayal could happen, where a close ally will begin questioning Stephen's methods, igniting a rebellion within. The Shen Triad have also been introduced as a part. The Shen Triad has also been introduced as a new antagonist, an unseen force, a rival syndicate that may even have government backing, will emerge, and it will be trying to hunt down the KA gang. There may also be personal loss. Someone close to Stephen might be killed off in the first act. This could be Manjuari's character. Act 1 may parallel the biblical fall of Lucifer, who was cast out due to his own pride. Similarly, Stephen's unhecked ambition may have led him to his downfall, with his enemies uniting against him. Act 2. Confronting the angel of death. Azrael, in various traditions, is neither good nor evil, but a necessary force of nature. In L3, Azrael may manifest in different ways. It may be in the form of a new character like the Shen Triad, as previously mentioned. It could even represent Stephen's own conscience. He may be haunted by his past actions, struggling with guilt, questioning if he has become very evil that he once opposed. The film will also have some supernatural undertones, and it may flirt with some mystical elements, such as dream sequences and hallucination, suggesting that death itself is closing in on Stephen. The setting may become more darker, with rain-drenched streets, isolated safe house, but grand empty places, symbolizing the hollowness of power. Act 3. Redemption or ruin. The final act could play out in two ways. It could either be self-destruction. Stephen, betrayed and weakened, realizes he has become too powerful to remain in control. He dismantles his empire or dies in one last stand. This would align with Lucifer's ultimate fate, falling to his own creation. Or it could go the way of transformation. Instead of dying, Stephen fakes his own death and reinvents himself, possibly as a figure operating from the shadows, embracing Azrael's role as a necessary force for balance rather than unchecked dominance. Either ending would complete the symbolic cycle of Lucifer, rising to godlike power, confronting his morality, and ultimately facing the consequences of his choices. In Christian theology, Michael the Archangel is Lucifer's greatest rival. The Shen Triad could be a character embodying Michael's discipline and divine justice, forcing Stephen into a final confrontation. There is also parallels to the 7 deadly sins. Stephen's rise has been driven by ambition, pride, control, greed, and vengeance. If the movie follows this arc, his downfall may be fueled by betrayal or his own inability to change. This could be a tragic yet poetic ending. Instead of Stephen dying in battle, he might choose exile, symbolizing self-imposed penitence, mirroring Lucifer's eternal suffering. A possibility, Stephen fakes his own death and disappears, leaving behind a world he no longer wishes to control. Looking at the political undertone of the whole franchise, Emberon expanded into international politics. I feel L3 Azrael might explore how powerful figures are often erased from history. A major government or intelligence agency could be the Azrael figure, orchestrating Stephen's downfall. There is also an argument to be made if this could be a new beginning instead of an end. L3 Azrael might not mark Stephen's death but his transformation. Maybe he sheds his identity as Qureshi Abraham and becomes something unexpected. If the film hints at reincarnation, could his death be metaphorical rather than literal? These are all questions that we have to wait till the third part to be answered. While Lucifer and Emberon have been about crime and power, Azrael might be the first movie in the franchise to deeply explore spiritual themes such as karma, afterlife, and destiny. L3 Azrael is poised to be a profound exploration of morality and destiny. The film will likely shift away from the traditional crime thriller beats, evolving into a cerebral, philosophical story about a man who has become a legend but cannot escape the weight of his own choices. Whether Stephen finds peace or perishes, Azrael will ensure that his story reaches a definitive and meaningful conclusion. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support the channel and show some love to encourage me to carry on making videos like this, please do leave a like, comment, and more importantly, subscribe to know that you are liking my content. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you in my next video.